the size of data is around 1 terabyte per day. And they want to manage it monthly. And also to use SDS as backup for the office management. So we have some recommendation regarding SDS configuration. So the metadata must be on SSD because speed matters, really. And don't use Keystone for the authentication because it had the overhead of Keystone is not cheap. And of course, number of S3 gateway and thread must be greater than the number of Hadoop job you want to launch. And we also want to use a DNS load balancer, not Asha proxy, or because we don't want to have a contention point like Asha proxy for Nginx. So DNS with a sub-second TTL is better to allow to distribute the load on the platform. So S3, it is a current driver of Hadoop to talk S3. So it is the third iteration. There was before the S3 and the S3in. And it looks like simple. So you can launch S3 from copy between S3 and to HDFS. HDFS to S3, or even use a file system to S3 or HDFS. But like Hadoop job, there is a lot of parameters. So on the left, it is more the configuration part, and on the right is more on the best practice. So for example, we use a signing algorithm, the signature V2. We also disable the multi-part upload on the S3. We will see why later in the presentation. And we enable the S3 upload, the fast upload, to told to the S3 driver to use memory to stream from HDFS to memory, then memory to S3 connector. But beware because it may use a lot of memory. And to achieve listing on the S3, when you launch a read job from S3 to HDFS, please use the maximum number of threads to list a bucket. I have added the configuration part of S3 if you want to check the other parameters. But the S3 also use inefficient patterns because they want to create directories on a bucket. So they use empty key to create and remove a directory. There is also issue in listing threads because it's not a recursive listing that is made, but listing per directory with a slash as a delimiter. And if the directory is not well balanced, a thread consumes its own the subdirectories until the end. So you may have 14 threads that already finished, and the last one we have still in progress to do listing. And also they use inefficient upload because they put object from HDFS to S3 to temporary name on the root of the bucket. And after that, rename it through a server-side copy. So on our gateway, it was a disaster. Because imagine you upload a 1 gigabyte file, 1 gigabyte file. You launch the server-side copy, so you reuse, you upload again a 1 megabyte file from SDS to the gateway, download to re-upload again. So it's not atomic like HDFS or FS, and it consumes a lot of bandwidth, I/O, and CPU if you want to use erasure coding. So DCP is the tool they propose to copy a file between HDFS and S3A. And the first job we launch, it is not very good. Because in this picture, we saw two jobs of Hadoop run. So on the left, we can see that all the data are well distributed on the hard drive. But the metadata use the same container on the SDS part. So that means that adding new gateway or thread on the gateway doesn't scale because all time are lost when updating metadata. And also the server-side copy may time out regarding the size of the file. So we have designed the first version of a middleware or Gateway Swift to improve this situation. So the idea is to use a lot of containers to distribute metadata on the SDS part. So for example, if you put an object on the path tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, it will create a container with a / URL encoded and creating a tier 3 object on the upper directory. But in this case, we have found that it breaks listing because if we start at the bucket, we don't know that we must go to the tier 3 bucket. So we create a fake object on all intermediary container. So we create a lot of useless container. And regarding the server-side copy, we decided to reuse a new feature introduced in the CLAD 2 that allow to snapshot container. So we reuse the snapshot part on the object. So when your server-side copy is done, we snapshot the object to the new name. And since our chunk is immutable, it's very fast. So it uses a hard link chunk on a file system, in fact. It has a drawback because when using multi-part upload, we don't know how well because S3E doesn't use upload part copy, but copy part object with range. So we have to compute if this part was properly aligned on previous multi-part upload or not. So it's why we decided to disable multi-part upload at this time. And we have also some ETFI issues regarding the path. The work is in progress on this part. So the benefits, it saves a lot of bandwidth, I/O and CPU, because instead of doing 100 HTTP requests on the SDS cluster, we still make 100, but only with an order copy instead get put. So the result, each job are using their own containers, but the impact is that it uses too much containers. So it is some. So the read and write operation are very fast, but the impact is that the listing part is slower than before, and zookeeper are a lot of pressure, and in this case, we must use a cluster of zookeeper to distribute the load. Since there is a lot of containers, some CLI tools were not usable as is. So we have added some POC tools in private directory. So we make a meeting, discussion, and decided to simplify the design. So instead create container for each directory, we now create container only if objects are present in path. And we register the path on the Redis. And we also decided to do the same for the S3E patterns when creating and removing the empty key for directories. So it avoids to create containers because it's empty object. So there is a lot of less, there is less containers than before, and it adds more pressure on Redis, of course. But it's not, it depends on the number of your Hadoop job. So now each job of Hadoop use their own container. Sorry, I was too fast. So the conclusion is that we achieve to increase the HDFS performance use case from SDS, but also that the middleware developed may be used in a lot of cases. For example, if you have an email solution that use one S3 bucket, you can use this solution to create lot of buckets regarding the path to achieve a lot of parallel operation. And also for big bucket, it displays files containers to avoid to have too big containers that are more complex to replicate. And for the next step, we want to fix the fast copy for the MPU, and also working to increase the performance. And we want to provide numbers because we are switch the platform during the development, so we are not able to have a proper number to show. So I don't know if you have some use case for Hadoop in this room. But if you use a S3 bucket gateway, you may seeking to use this middleware.